edition of INSOMNIAC. Hello, everybody. Fine time for trying to get here. Hello. How you all doing? Hello, Thomas Potts. Great to see you. Just another red shirt. First in line. Slash Thermic Splitter. So great to see you. Wow. Oh, jeez. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be live. And it's the soup, baby. It's the soup. The soup is back. The soup is back. Hello, Professor Brainy Specs. So great to see you, man. Let's see. What is it? What are you all saying here? God, it's hot in here. Just stopping by to say hello. Hello to you, Professor Brainy Spec. How you all doing out there? Let's ready to have some fun. Are you guys ready to have some fun? I don't know what there is to talk about, but I'm sure we can find something. Right? Right? This is soup. It's Insomniac soup. We'll find something to talk about. I know there's a lot of stuff going on still, but I'm so happy to be here and glad to see you all. I've been waiting for y'all, and I guess I must have. Anyway, I'm here now. It don't matter what I was doing beforehand. I was waiting for people to come drop on by. Well, I was just glad you got by now. So, because we're here, we're live. The show is back. We're gonna get back in the swing of doing things on the Insomniac Soup here, talking about great, cool stuff. What that may be, we'll figure out in a bit, right? So what was I? I was a little bit late, just a smidge, but we're here now, right? We're here now. All good. What's going on out in the world of the tube? Anything interesting? Does anybody have anything interesting? Don't. This is ended. Currently sleeping. What? No, I'm awake. Professor Betty says you need sleep. Well, I suggest you get some sleep, sir. Especially if you have to get up and work in the Wednesday. Yeah, it's still Tuesday where I'm at. It will be Wednesday in a couple of hours. But we're here to have some fun. It's a soup, baby. It's a Insomniac soup. It's what we make of it, right? It's what we make of it. Gonna make some good stuff, right? Because it's a soup. It's Insomniac soup. Oh. All right. So, geez, there's a. Yvette is about to release from House. What? Is that true? I don't know if that's true, but I'll take your word for it. Are you taking your meds? Yes, I've been taking my meds. Of course, I've been taking my meds. I take another one at midnight. And so in 2 hours, I take another one. They're almost gone. They're almost gone. I only have like uh, a day's worth. I think 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, 2 days worth. And they'll be gone. And then I see my primary care next whenever the whenever the 14th is. I think that's next Wednesday. I don't. What you don't? I don't have a calendar right in front of me, so I don't know what day the 14th falls on. That's when I have to meet with my primary care doctor, and I think tomorrow my in-home care tech is going to come uh, bandage my leg up. Yes, I've been bandaging it myself, and well, yeah, I've been doing that and keeping it covered up, clean, of course, because I got this nice solution that the hospital gave me when I was there. Um, oh, lockdown. Gotcha. 14th is next week. Yes, on Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Brainy Specs. Now, don't be staying up late, man. Don't be staying up late on my occasion. But I'm so happy to see you, brother. Great to see you. Absolutely. I'm so thrilled to be here. Insomniac soup back on, getting back into this, back into the way of doing the soup. I love the soup. All of you is what makes it great, being here, and we're gonna continue with whatever. It's cool. It's cool. I'm cool. You're cool, right? Yeah. Thank you, Just great to see you too. Just another red shirt. Uh, how have you been, by the way? Still modding it up places. I know LDG Pixels has this I guess they're doing some type of watch party over there, an all night watch party of whatever. We'll see. But we're here, and I'm here, and you're here, and it's great to see you. Busy. Okay, good night, Professor Brady Specs. Get some rest, my friend. Just get some rest so you can do that great thing that you do. That job of yours. Managing them library. Hey, it's so cool. So, maybe I need to put the all right. Limited time only. There's a link if anybody would like to come join me. Temporarily, of course. So, what's going on up there? How is your guys' week? What's Godzilla versus Kong is teaming up at It's tearing it up at the box office. Cool. I wasn't aware. I watched it on my phone. Then I got home and I got to watch it on my 32-inch screen TV. That's as big as box office as I got. I still can't. I would have to go. I would have to find a theater here in the Tucson area that shows the film. Anyway, so that's cool. That's great. I still think there should have been more of Kong and Godzilla in it. I don't think they were in the movie that all that much. And I want them destroying. I want them destroying cities, towns. More of that. Less people with dialogue. Tear up shit. tear it up. Tear it up. Tear up the cities. Tear up whatever city they go. Tear up Tokyo. Tear up Hong Kong. You know. I where was it? Where was it? Hong Kong, where Godzilla breathes fire down and like drills his own hole through Earth, and him and Kong stare up at it. Kong stares up at Godzilla, and they like said, "Yeah, it's time to get it on." They should be going to Arizona. Well, that's fine if they want to come to Arizona, especially Tucson. I'll just yell at them, and the sound of my when we get to hear me yell. Oh yeah, that will scare Titans away. I can yell that loud. I've never been able to demonstrate it because the boss is here. Like the boss is here now. I mean, I moved into another room. Hey, just another red shirt. How's it going, man?
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Yeah, I will definitely agree with you that Kong and Godzilla were not on the screen enough. There were a lot of unlikable human characters in that movie. I am one of the few people who who gives that basically a 1 out of 5 stars, and I'm thrilled that it's working at the box office. Believe me, because on the theater use a movie that is pulling people in, so that's good. But I am astonished that it's that movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I sat down. I slept through a stream. I went to take a nap and I slept right through my alarm. I didn't get on the stream at all. But I actually wrote down a whole list of the movies that I thought, and I mean, this wasn't entirely serious. This was basically being snarky, but a list of all of the movies that Godzilla versus King Kong ripped off. And I got up to like, oh, wait a minute. Let me find my notes. I got up to 8. 8 movies that I thought I could make an argument that they ripped off.
Right.
I'm like, oh. And then, yeah, it's like they weren't, the monsters weren't. And why are they called Titans? Where'd that come from? I'm old school. I remember the 50s Godzilla and the 1933 King Kong. So
this new thing that they've been doing, they listed them Titans as I think it was the last film, Godzilla King of Monsters.
Oh, okay.
When he was fighting Ghidorah, because they found out that there's all these things, and King Ghidorah wasn't even one of the Titans. But yeah, because they had Rodan, and they called it. They needed to call them something, so they called them Titans.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess Monsters wasn't good enough, or Somebody objected that it said it was problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I know. But yeah, there were what? There was one likable human character in the whole movie, and the monsters were great. And I mean, I know I've heard.
Which one? I can't.
The little girl, the little deaf girl. Even though
yeah.
Even though I didn't like the fact that she got to define the ending.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was such a 1970s Coke commercial moment at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
I expected to hear a chorus start to sing, "I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony."
Right.
But I'm like, come on, damn it. They got to fight. They got to do something. They got to at least come to a draw, lock eyeball to eyeball and go, let's call it a draw. No, they just walked away. Yeah, right. I didn't like that. But like I said, I'm really happy that the movie is, it is absolutely blasting the box office, considering how few places have. I'm not sure there's any places that I know of personally that are open, where movie theaters are open to full capacity, where they can fill every seat. I think here in Texas, they're filling up to 50%.
Wow.
So you show up with, a group of 2, 3, 4, whatever. They'll seat you. They'll leave at least 1 or 2 empty seats on either side of your group before they seat anybody else. So, so they're pulling the numbers. They're pulling with maybe half the seats, and they don't have all of the theaters because they're not all open.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did $48 million in their first weekend.
Wow.
Something like that. And, everybody's trying to guesstimate where they're going to wind up. It's looking like they're going to make their money back on the movie. The only question is, how much profit are they going to pull for what they get?
Yeah.
But, my attitude is the studio, it's Hollywood. I don't give a damn about Hollywood anymore. I really don't. But the theaters, yeah, I do, because the theaters are staring down the barrel of streaming services.
Yeah, I know. I hate that. I'm one who used to. I love going to the movies, and they took that away from me. Or I don't know. I don't know who's they. Who's the they? The studios, Hollywood, the vid.
Right.
I would constantly. I still have I have envelopes full of all my fast ticket stubs, because I would always, when I went, I want my ticket stub. And I don't know why I held on to something nostalgic like that. I never, when I hold on to that, I never thought in my wildest dreams that the theaters would shut down, especially for. I never thought in my wildest dreams that would happen for a virus, or that they would never reopen, or because of. Well, you can watch. What's the point? You can watch it at home now,
Yeah.
With the streaming.
Yeah, you can.
I still would go see it on the big screen. I need this. I need to take it all in on the big screen.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see something I didn't see the first 2 times.
Well, there are definitely parts of the movie that would be even, be more impressive on a larger screen. Certainly the fights would be a lot more impressive on a large screen.
Yeah.
And the sound, I suspect.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hey, Philip Gaming, how's it going, man? Great to see you. Philip being a resident celebrity, acting up in many shows and movies and independent films. It's great to see you, Philip. What's up, Phil? Yes, it is great to see him. I've been away, but I'm back now. Anybody watch that For All Mankind on what is it? Apple Plus TV. I hear.
I don't have it.
I don't have. Yeah. Oh, you don't have it.
I don't have Apple Plus TV.
Oh. I do because, well, I have an Apple phone, and I think I got it free for a year, and then what's another $5, per month? So. The link is up yonder if you can find it. Let me know if you want to drop in, Phil, for a little bit. It's somewhere up there, not too far. I don't know. Is there any interesting shows on Hulu or Prime? There's usually good original shows on those streaming. I don't know.
I haven't been watching anything new on Prime. The only thing I watch new on Prime these days is the Grand Tour, which is the guys who used to do Top Gear for BBC, and I know they have another episode pretty much in the can. I'm just not sure when Amazon's going to put it up for streaming access. Was shot during the pandemic. They went to, because they couldn't really travel abroad, so they went to Scotland. And Jeremy Clarkson in a little video I saw on Drive Tribe's YouTube channel talked about what they went through, what the crew went through to film it. I mean, they literally were their own little COVID bubble. Everybody was masked up. They were tested daily. Everybody on the crew and the presenters was tested daily for it, and they avoided contact with other people insofar as they could. So they kind of just traveled around like this insular little group, and filmed their segments so they could take it back to the editing suite. And it looks like a lot of fun because they've got 3 huge 1970s American boats. I don't even think they're late 60s. I think they're 1970s. So badly made cars with huge underpowered engines and suspensions that are made out of marshmallows. And I can't wait to see what kind of trouble they can get into in Scotland's beautiful but rather windy roads with those cars.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wouldn't want to drive around Scotland in a 1970s something or other Buick Riviera. That would just be suicidal. So yeah, it looks like it'll be an interesting one.
Have you watched the series Handmaid's Tale?
No,
It's
I
on
haven't.
Hulu.
Yeah, no, I have not watched that.
Now, I don't know if anybody's watched it. I've heard nobody talk about it, but it looks interesting from the previews and trailers. And I don't know what season they're on. I think 3 or 4 or whatever. But it kind of looks interesting. I might have to check that out.
Well, it's certainly generated a lot of buzz. But yeah,
Hey, Phil.
Yo, what's
How's it
going on?
Hey there.
Not much.
Hey, just another red shirt and Janet Bill in the chat.
Yep.
I'm glad you're back with us.
Thank you.
Likewise.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm so happy. I'm happy to see you here, man. Happy to see you here, man. Great to see you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I've been going through some stuff too, but nothing like what you've been going through. But I'm still trying to hang in there.
Hey, Bradley Layton. You said Handmails is super good? Well, I'm going to check it out. I'll check it out and see how it is. I've been looking for something new to watch. Of course, I've been watching that Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all with that series. I don't know what to think. I'm not. No episode has leave me wanting more, or like, okay, what is going on here with the series? I still don't know. Yeah.
Kind of seems like filler stuff until the big movies hit.
Yeah, and we've already hit the halfway point. I think there's 3 more left. So if this is all Disney and Marvel is doing, I think I'm going to cancel after, because what the hell to watch that I don't already own or have, or can get. So.
And Bradley asked if we've seen Justice League, the Snyder Cut yet. I have not. Is it good?
You have. I have. Yeah, I find it makes. I'd throw away the original and just go. I would have went with this one. That's how awesome the Snyder Cut is. That's the quickest way for me to sum it up. And I don't care how long it's 4 hours and 2 minutes long. I enjoyed his vision, the artist, the content creator had in mind, or a director and writer of these films.
Yeah, I feel the director should have the final say in the final cut of the film. There's maybe, like time constraints. There are other factors, but maybe there should be 2 different cuts. Like leave the director's cut for the Blu-ray or whatever.
Corporate buttholes need to stay the hell out of artistic expression and development, because the Snyder Cut's so freaking awesome. Their version of it was convoluted shit. I'm sorry, it was convoluted shit. The 27 original one that the studio put it, convoluted shit. Okay? This one fucking kicks ass.
Well,
hands down.
The previous one was the product of the director they hired to replace Zack Snyder.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. So basically, the first one wasn't the corporate version. The first one was the Whedon cut.
Well,
so you got the Whedon cut and the Snyder cut. I mean, they're both individuals' visions of more or less, from what I've heard, the same story. It's just two different ways of telling it.
Right.
And to be fair, I don't think this cut would have made it to the original theatrical release back when it was supposed to release. I don't think they would have showed a movie this long in the theater at that time.
God, no.
So, like, how it worked out in the end, I think we got the film out, and now we got the better version out.
Mm-hmm.
Just had to wait forever.
You just had to wait. Yeah, what, 6 or 8 years?
I don't think it's that long. Oh, from when they started making it, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. From that. Okay, we're gonna have Justice League, and it's like, and then Zack Snyder has to leave the project, and they bring in Joss Whedon, and then we get the Whedon cut, and then, there's all the rumors start to fly. I mean, yeah, it's been years through this whole process to see the movie that Zack Snyder supposedly started out to make when he started the project.
Yeah, you know what? I talked to some crew people in Hollywood, and they were excited for a Snyder cut. This is like 2 or 3 years ago too. Like, oh, I want the Snyder cut. Who wants the Snyder cut? And they're asking like us background actors, like, who's excited for a Snyder cut? And I said, I'm down for it. And I guess everybody wants the Snyder cut, and we got it now finally. I think we were talking about this like 2 years ago.
I think it's 3.5.
Well, people were like anxious for it like 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, but yeah, it was that the rumor got out there that Zack Snyder had a version of the movie more or less, arranged, but then he had to leave the project and he couldn't do the final production. That was their initial, impression from what I understand. And that generated a whole lot of write-ins. I mean, this is sort of like getting the original Star Trek extended. The fans went, "Hey, we want to see it," and there was a lot of push, and finally, Warner Brothers, I guess, decided to throw some money at Zack Snyder and say, "Okay, finish it," and. And then he had to do some reshoots and some other stuff, and they were like, yeah, no shoots of anything brand new. You can reshoot what was already done. But whatever. But the point is that the whole process
Did they
was
add
long.
stuff? I think they added.
I think
stuff.
he tried. I think he tried to add a character, and it was axed.
Oh.
I think he tried to add a completely new character that he kind of filmed in on his own, the handheld camera, whatever. And they were like, no, you're not extending anything. The shots that Whedon did that you don't like, you can reshoot. That's what we're paying for, is my understanding. So he did. Then he had to edit that, and the 4-hour movie was the result. Hell, I mean, not even any of the Lord of the Rings movies was 4 hours, as I recall, and they were long. And I have the extended cuts.
Yeah.
Don't tell the director. Don't tempt the director to make longer versions of those, because he could do it.
I know they could.
Yeah.
They have so much content.
Oh yeah. Well, what did he? He spent long enough in New Zealand filming all 3 of those films that Merry and the actors who played Merry and Pippin were able to learn to surf.
Before you know it, you'll have 1 extra hour of walking on hillsides.
Yeah. Turns out it's a lot farther to Isengard than we thought.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And a 20-minute extra longer celebration scene at the end of the trilogy.
Uh-huh. And they still won't put Tom Bombadil in, damn it.
Who?
Tom Bombadil.
I don't know who that is. So.
Oh, he's a really I mean, well, I actually did some reading about him before I even saw Jackson's movies because he's a weird character. When the hobbits leave the Shire, they go through the Greenwood and they run afoul of the weeping willows by the river, and somebody comes along because they're being swallowed up by the trees. They fall asleep leaning against these weeping willows. The weeping willows are very old and they're not pleasant characters, and they try and absorb the hobbits. And so this guy comes along and sings to the willows and tells them they have to let these hobbits go. And he takes them back to his house to spend the night because it's late in the day. And his name is Tom Bombadil, and he has a wife. I forget her name. And he regales them with stories and gets more information out of them than they want to really tell him. And at some point, Frodo, amazingly enough, hands over the One Ring to him for him to inspect. And he puts it on, and he doesn't disappear. He's the only person in Middle-earth that the One Ring cannot act upon.
Hey, Bigford Entertainment. Great to see you, Lonzo, man.
So he's this incredibly enigmatic character in The Lord of the Rings where it's like, who the hell is this guy? And Jackson completely eliminated him from his movie.
Huh. Wow.
And I know a lot of people who are, I mean, they're like I am with, look, Han Solo shot Greedo, and that's it. Greedo did not shoot. God damn it! That's the way it worked. And there are people who are out there going, I don't believe he left Tom Bombadil out of the Lord of the Rings. So I sympathize, but yeah, Tolkien once, I think I only found one reference, an interview that Tolkien did where he said, I put Tom Bombadil in the book because I wanted a purely enigmatic character. I wanted a character that nobody could understand. And they're like, well, you succeeded in that, sir, because nobody understands Tom Bombadil. There's all kinds of speculation, but I don't think anybody's figured him out completely or why he's there. But yeah, that's for some people, that's a really big on the Lord of the Rings. See, not for me. I don't care, but I understand why they get bent out of shape.
I like the Lord of the Rings enough from the movies to actually go back and read the novels. I've read The Hobbit, and I'll probably read it again because I enjoy reading The Hobbit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've read Lord of the Rings. I don't know how many times. I stopped counting after 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I first read it in 5th grade, yeah, that's a book I've read all more on and off all of my life, and I have to say that I've seen a number of movie and attempts to put Lord of the Rings on the screen. Ralph Bakshi's rotoscoped version is probably the next best thing, but he just edited it wrong because he tried to do 2 movies. And I remember when it came out, as amazing as some of the scenes were, and I got to say, his Nazgul, when the hobbits are leaving the Shire and they've made it through Farmer Maggot's fields and they run into the Nazgul for the first time. In Bakshi's book, the Nazgul is on a black horse. He's rotoscoped, so he's got an actual actor, stuntman, riding a horse, and he's drawing the Nazgul over him. And the script called for him to lean out of the saddle and sniff the ground while staying on the horse. Now, I don't know how far the stuntman got, but in the animated version, the Nazgul leans off the horse and gets his face right to the ground and sniffs around like a bloodhound. Mm-hmm. And it is the most eerie, frightening representation of the Nazgul I've ever seen. It's about the only really amazing bit in Bakshi's movie, because the rest of it is just sort of meh. And the way it was edited is everybody who'd read the books was pissed off that he left out stuff they liked, because there was a lot he left out. And everybody who hadn't read the books couldn't follow the movie because it was too disjointed. But Jackson's movies, compared to anything that I've seen before, attempting to do The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings, never mind The Lord of the Rings, was amazing. So I give him maximum credit for putting a gorgeous representation of Middle Earth and these characters on the screen. I've got a 4K TV coming, and my first 4K video purchase before I even get the video player, the 4K Blu-ray player, and the new cable. The first one I'm going to get is Lord of the Rings Extended Edition, Standard Edition. It's going to cost me a fortune. But if there's a movie I want to see in 4K, it's that movie.
Nice. I have about a dozen 4K Blu-rays, but I don't even have a player for them yet.
Yeah, I'm there. I will be there very shortly, because I'm going to fix my stereo to get my sound system back operating before I upgrade my Blu-ray player to 4K.
Yeah, well, the benefit is like a lot of those 4K releases also have a regular Blu-ray. So I say, hey, I'm not really wasting money on this because I could still watch the Blu-ray. And I plan on eventually getting a PS5.
Right. And yeah, I have a whole bunch of those saved to a wish list on Amazon, but I think that the 4K Lord of the Rings is just 4K.
Oh, okay.
As I'm pretty sure I already have the Blu-rays of it, extended edition Blu-rays, so I can always watch those, because I'm not getting rid of those.
I have just the extended version DVDs.
I actually haven't seen those movies since about when they were released.
2002.
2002.
Oh yeah, that's 20 almost 20 years ago. Yeah, that is worth a rewatch. Definitely worth a
rewatch them all
rewatch.
the time.
Yeah, I did enjoy them, but like they were just too long for me. But I did enjoy them.
Yeah, but the beauty is if you have the disc, you can watch half of a movie, pause it, come back to it later, keep watching.
True.
You know,
Hey, Darth Haster, great to see you.
Darth
What are you doing?
Haster.
Hey, Darth. Darth, are you there?
You're awfully quiet.
We can't hear you.
How about now?
There we go.
Yeah. Hey.
Give me a second. I think
What? Robot?
the speaker settings are weird. I'm roboting again? How?
You were just a moment ago.
Just for like a few seconds.
Are you
I
there
don't
still?
know how. Is it good now?
Yeah,
Doesn't sound perfect to me, but better.
It's acceptable. It is fine.
Yeah.
I don't
How
know
you
what's
been,
up.
man?
It sounds pretty good on the stream. I don't know what's going on.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to you guys.
How you been, Bill?
Wonderful. How you been, buddy?
All right. It's good to see your happy ass. How you doing?
I'm happy to be back, man.
It's a happy day to
The
be back. I
suit.
mean,
Yeah. It's so great to be here. It's hot. It's really tough. We moved from cold, and now it's the damn hot. And we'll have that for the next 5 months.
Welcome to the weather. It happens. It's called season changes.
I have to have a fan blowing on me on high. It's so damn hot. When the boss is here, she don't let me like to run the AC all that much, because it runs up the the Bill. I'll turn it on for a couple hours here in a while. Welcome back, Slasher McSplitter. How's it going?
Oh, Bill, you need the AC to be able to sleep. Holy
Why is
cow!
it not going through the headset? I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I know that desert life. I lived in Vegas for a couple of years, and yep, it's either
Yeah.
too
There it
hot or
is.
too cold, except for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks out of the year when it's good.
We can hear you now, Pastor. 5x5.
5x5, awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not coming through my TV anymore, so that's good.
Yeah.
Audio doesn't sound perfect, but it's tolerable.
Oh, I don't.
Did you watch the Godzilla movie?
Yeah, we went to me and Butterflies went to go see it. We got tickets.
I saw it. It was good. I liked it.
It was worth spending the money for. I'll give it that.
Well, I saw it at home, but it was all right. It was fun.
Would I go see it again? Probably.
Yeah. I
Like
think
if I actually had a friend that wanted to go see it, and I'd go see it again.
I would love to go see it on the big screen. That's where I watch all my movies. And the last one I saw was last February, I think, and that was Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I saw in theaters was Detective Pikachu.
Wow.
That's what I saw was Bad Boys for Life.
I wish I saw Bad Boys for Life because that would have been awesome.
What?
Although I enjoyed Detective Pikachu. Been a big Pokemon player practically. At least I played every Game Boy game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I'm not even into Pokemon, but I like the movie.
The movie was
Hello.
fun.
Bailey. I can't pronounce
Angus.
Angus.
Like the meat, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking Angus Young, AC/DC.
Yeah.
That's a better reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So great to be here. Love hopes in the soup.
That is so true, Slasher. When we're on the stream together, we can't tell when the robotics are coming or not. Can't tell who's got the worst or whatever. Oh, but check this out. Check this out.
What you got?
I got something. Let me see if I can turn on my cam.
Oh,
Yeti, is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeti mic.
Yep,
Awesome.
I got the Yeti.
Cool.
Yeah, that one's hooked up to the PC. I got the ARM mic hooked up to the PS4. They both seem to do equally well in their respective areas. So I'm still using the other mic. It's just hooked up to the PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, damn. It sounds really good.
It does, doesn't it? I like it.
Yeah.
It's a lot crisper.
Yeah.
And then combined with this headset, this headset was only like $30, and almost all of this thing is metal.
Yeah. Cool.
And it works on a PS4, PC, pretty much. Let's see, where's the box at? It is M180 Pro Combat Wing. Let's see. It says
Yes, games and movies and comics are us. The soup is back.
It's
So happy to
tasty.
be here. We're gonna make the soup awesome.
Games, movies, and comics are us.
Yes.
MSGA. Make soup great again.
Yeah. We're sure gonna try. We're gonna. No matter what the soup is, it's gonna be fun.
We need MSGA on a T-shirt. Seriously.
All right.
What?
I'll work on that. Work on that.
MSG.
Yeah, MSGA. Make soup great again.
But also, like MSG is what goes in soup, so it's a play on words.
Soups and certain foods.
Oh, I can't tell you how happy
Doritos.
to be home. I was like a marionette hooked up to all these things in my arms, getting poked and prodded.
I'm coming home.
Did you feel like a science project or like a lab experiment?
Yeah, I went in there on Saturday. I got to leave on the following Saturday. I never thought when I went in that first Saturday I would be there a whole week. I never thought I would be admitted overnight. I really didn't. I know I had a swollen foot, and I wasn't feeling good like 4 or 5 days beforehand. But I didn't think I would be there like 7 whole days.
If you don't mind me asking now, why were you in there for so long?
I had an infection in my leg. It caused huge swelling, and basically I was getting the antibiotic drip to reduce the swelling in my foot and leg.
That sounds like MRSA.
Okay.
You know what? They never did give me a straight answer. I don't know if they ever did. I kept on asking, so they didn't say it was that. I don't know if they did say it. All I know is they fixed it, and I'm better. And here I am, happy to be here, folks. It's awesome. It's awesome being here, getting able to do this. Yeah. Absolutely, goddamn right, Aster.
I had to do it. It makes you great.
Yeah. So, are you still riding up the storm? Your project?
I've been on and off. I took a break from the Pendergrass one for a little bit, and I wrote something completely different. Another weird tale, but still, I wrote something nonetheless. It's almost finished. Actually, I should be writing right now, but you know how that is.
Right.
And Butterflies told me to tell you that she is glad you're doing well.
I'm happy to be doing well. I am thrilled to be doing well. I love doing this,
Unless she wants to tell you herself. I don't know where she is. I hear her now.
Somebody.
You heard her? Wow.
Yeah.
That was like 2 rooms over. Holy cow. This thing picks up a lot.
That's pretty cool, brother.
I thought you said you didn't like these blue nanos or these blue yetis.
I wouldn't know. I've heard they've been good. But
This thing's pretty boss.
yeah. They sound awesome to me, so. Yay!
This headset makes games sound awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try. I can't wait to try some Dark Souls or some Bloodborne with this. I probably wouldn't even have to lock on. I could hear them behind me.
You gonna get back to Bloodborne?
Am I? Yeah, probably. I was thinking of doing some not no damage runs, but probably a blood level 4 run. Real no leveling up, just going through.
Mm-hmm.
That should be fun.
Sounds like it.
So basically, just all starter weapons. Basically, the only things I could actually use, which would be, let's see, Saw Cleaver, Saw Spear, Hunter Axe, Threaded Cane. That's probably basically it.
That could be interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a slog, but it's gonna be fun. What can I say? I'm just a sucker for pain. Thank you, Imagine Dragons. Maybe the best thing to come out of the Suicide Squad movie. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel.
Hello, Carlo Albanese.
Hey there, Carlo.
Did you guys watch the Suicide Squad movie?
The what?
Suicide Squad.
The first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw it.
I liked it. It was okay.
I didn't really care too much for it.
Give it like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, that's about where I am with it. That sounds about right.
Not the worst movie. Wasn't great. Like,
I think the best thing to come out of that was the soundtrack, probably. Have you guys heard the stuff on the soundtrack?
No.
The best thing to come out of it was Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah. 21 Pilots had a hit song from there. Yeah.
I don't think Margot Robbie can fuck up. Like, seriously. I really don't think she can.
I like that Birds of Prey movie.
But that was probably the best thing out of Birds of Prey, was her acting as Harley Quinn. I mean, I didn't really care too much for the rest of them, and it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel. It didn't feel like Birds of Prey to me. It felt like something else entirely, and color me crazy, but I can't put my finger on what it actually was. But
It's like a crazy spin-off of the series. Well,
I think somebody was writing it during a crisis, whether it would be midlife or something else. I don't know what it was, but it just.
well, maybe the second Suicide Squad will right the wrongs. But we're hoping for a lot, I guess.
Feel bad for David Ayers. He got trampled with his studio. Things happen, right?
Oh, is that what happened?
Wow, Carl loves Tank Girl? That's too wacky for me.
Who doesn't love Tank Girl? Tank Girl was
Tank Girl
great.
was awesome,
me.
yeah.
Nah. I didn't care for it.
I know Tank Girl was out there. It was kind of like I kind of look at it as like a female version of Deadpool, and then you just laugh.
All right. I have to step away for a moment. Take the reins. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Alrighty.
All right.
So Phil, what you into lately?
Lately, I'm setting up my game room to do some live game streams. Hopefully soon. I'm gonna estimate within a month.
Got all your capture cards?
I have my capture card. I just got my new shelf unit and have about 20 different game systems set up. And yeah, I'll hopefully be doing that soon. Just waiting for a couple of things, but yeah, almost good to go.
Carlos says, "Don't steer us into a tree."
And I do see Games, Movies, and Comics R Us. He does game streams on here. I think he might use an emulator though. But I'm going to use real cartridges and game systems when I do mine.
I've been looking at capture cards. Some of them are up there.
Yeah, I think I spent around $300 for mine.
But yours works on just about every system, though, right?
Right. I was recommended by some guy that makes technology for retro game systems. So it's I might be pronouncing it wrong, but it's Magwell or Magwell USB capture HDMI version 2. And they sell for between like $300 and $400. But you might be able to get a used one for like $100 to $200, possibly on eBay.
Rock on, rock on. I need to invest in a capture card or something because I need to get some. I want to do some Zelda.
Original, or which one?
Whatever. I mean, original or Ocarina of Time. Ocarina and Majora's Mask are probably two of my favorites. Let's see. Right there, it's okay. Here's how it goes. It's Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link to the Past.
All right.
And then the
original.
And then the original Zelda, and then Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. No, I know that's a lot.
Just for fun, I do have a Philips CDI. I can play those Zelda CDI games.
Get out! Get out! I've never played the Philips CDI games.
Those are horrible.
I don't care how horrible they are. I just want to play them to say that I played them. You know what I mean?
Animation? Oh my god! Zelda!
Yes, I have too. It's just horrific. I've seen. I don't know if you've heard of them, but have you heard of the Game Grumps?
I've heard of them. I haven't seen their stuff.
Oh, I used to watch the Game Grumps all the time, and they played the Philips CDI. They're hilarious. Of course, I heard Dan, the replacement for JonTron on Game Grumps, I think he got canceled or something.
I've heard something about that. I don't know details.
Apparently, some girl is trying to Me Too him or something.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I think...
okay, he is a rock star. I mean, he's basically the lead singer of Ninja Sex Party. What am I talking about? Basically, he is the lead singer of Ninja Sex Party.
Parrothead. Hey, Parrothead.
I mean,
Spark. Yeah, that's not happening. Not. We're no, no. And
did they make a Twilight game? Maybe we can have him play the Twilight games.
Oh my god! I'm gonna look that up.
No, no, don't look it up. Like, I don't,
Maybe there's like some crappy like cell phone game or something.
you want part 3? You're gonna have to get me. We're gonna have to get to 400.
Phil's on it, man. Phil's on it.
All right, let's see. Edge of Twilight.
No, I don't think it's it. I don't even think that's remotely related.
Wait, I think I found a game. Let's see.
No. Folks, you heard it here first. At 400.
Yes, there is a Twilight game.
400 subs.
At 400 subs.
I know.
Twilight Part 3.
and Bill will play the Twilight game.
Twilight Saga Breaking Down, the video game.
I don't know how I'm going to pull that one off because I don't have a system.
Okay, what's it on? PC?
PS2, PS3, Xbox 360, Wii, and other game systems. Let's see.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Well, if it's PC, maybe you can do it.
No, I have a laptop. An old laptop.
Oh, old laptop. Well, it's a game that
has
came out
no
like
gaming.
10 years ago.
I think you'll be able to play it.
Let's see.
If I could play all the way up to Quake 3, I think you could probably end up. And
I was at 319. I was like 319 4 days ago, and I lost 2, and so I don't know. YouTube's stupid. Anyway, it don't matter. We're here for fun.
yeah,
It's the soup, baby.
Carlo Albanese has got a point. Emulate it.
I didn't know there was a Twilight game. Damn.
I didn't know there was a Twilight game either. I was just dicking around. I didn't know there was an actual Twilight game.
Oh no!
Seriously.
That was a Hail Mary.
Yeah, that was.
Oh no!
I'm trying to find more information on it, and not finding much. Well, here's a link I found.
It's no fun.
You actually found a link for it?
Well, for information about it, but very limited.
Does it got like or something that we could watch and see?
Oh, that's a good idea.
See.
Twilight.
Yeah. Yeah, share screen.
Nah, I'm not gonna torture everybody.
No, we'll wait till the stream's over and then we'll share this. Then we'll share the screen, and torture him. That sounds fun.
Oh, you guys are great. Twilight still sucks.
Yeah, with friends like us, who needs enemies?
Right. Oh.
Well, it's
Well, at least we're not Go ahead.
Well, it's either that, or we could hold a roast for Jedi Bill. Do a live stream roast.
I already roast. I'm in the desert and it's very, very hot.
They used to hold the roasts in Las Vegas, Bill.
Oh.
It's pretty warm there too in the summertime, from what I hear. Never
Vegas?
been there.
Yes, I lived there. It gets hot. It's just as hot as Arizona.
Yeah. No, hot. And I'm not talking about the modern ones because they're trash.
When
They're
I turned on my AC, right, like a couple seconds ago, it was like 89 degrees in here.
How you feeling? Hot.
Ow.
Melt like I was melting.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm melting.
Like a snowman in the middle of summer.
And your little dog too.
I put my AC to 74.
Poor dog never saw it coming.
No, I've been watching old Friars Club roasts and Dean Martin roasts on YouTube, and they are. I mean, come on! I mean, Don Rickles wouldn't have a career today, but he's still not as mean spirited as some of the modern roasts that I've seen, which were just awful.
I like the
William Shatner one was good.
The Shatner one was good. I like the celebrity roast of David Hasselhoff. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
But yeah, you got to go back to the classic comics, the classic comedians, and the best ones. I mean, literally, my favorite ones.
Red Skelton.
Yeah, Red Skelton.
Red Skelton.
Groucho Marx. Oh, hell, what was his name? I just blanked.
Richard Pryor.
Earlier than him,
Eddie
actually.
Murphy.
Way earlier than Eddie Murphy. He was
Chaplin.
He was silent films. He didn't talk much.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! What am I thinking of? Jack Benny, or Milton Berle. Those guys, because the
Benny Hill,
original Rat Pack guys.
Yeah, and their contemporaries and their predecessors, because I mean they'd get the jab in, but it would be much more subtle than any comedian would do it today. Any comic would do it today. Today they use a sledgehammer. Back then they used a hairpin.
Yeah, like innuendos and stuff like that.
What's that?
Yeah.
Innuendos were like.
Yeah, it would, or it would just be, something like, fill up gaming. They say you could tell a lot about a man by the people he associates with and the friends he makes. And I'm saying this to you from the bottom of my heart. You're in deep trouble. That's what you get. That's what you get. You get okay, and as it goes on, you get a chuckle, a laugh out of most of them, but none of them are. Some of them are really laugh out loud jokes, but they're not mean spirited. They're not nasty, and that's
True.
what's been lost.
Even when I was watching that William Shatner roast, like some people are commenting about that, like, okay, you guys making your poo poo and pee jokes, like whatever, but like they did their own style of jokes about William Shatner.
Yeah.
So there's a mix of it on that.
Yeah. I mean, but the older ones, I mean, Christ, I think comedians today, in terms of needling somebody, would do well to watch some of those. I mean, yeah, some of the jokes are really, but they're not really outdated in the sense of you couldn't make that reference. It's more the sensibility is different, and the Andrew Dice Clay type comedians have changed comedy, changed stand up, and it's much more shock value. And it's just that it's hard for modern comedy. Now, the one who could do it, I'll tell you, the one comic that I know could do a fantastic roast speech would be Jerry Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's great.
Seinfeld would be able to get up and talk about anybody and, just take them down step by step by step, and nobody would think he really does want to destroy this guy's reputation.
Now,
Jerry wouldn't do that. Because he's better than that, and he's that good a comedian.
Wasn't like Norm Macdonald and all those celebrity roasts?
Hey, Saggy Melon.
In a bunch of them.
Thank you so very much.
They changed around the roster for the dais with every person that was roasted, because it was people that either he asked or she asked to be invited, or who was a regular and they had to have him. I mean, Don Rickles was in almost all of them. I mean, Rickles was the original insult comedian, and that's one that people could. That's one they could look at now. But the thing is, the way Rickles used to do his humor could not be done today at all. For the same reason that Mel Brooks couldn't make Blazing Saddles today. There are certain things you can't make fun of anymore.
True.
And Rickles was very much in that vein that today would have college students all over the country running for their safe spaces and their comfort pillows.
Like, how much comedy can we do anyways? Like, anything that's making fun of anybody is offensive to somebody.
Yes. Well, I mean, I know Jerry's. I mean, I was just talking about Jerry Seinfeld could do this. Jerry Seinfeld is also on record as saying that he will never take another gig at a college or university because he can't. There's no way he can do a set there.
Barrett says Rickles insulted everyone.
Yes, he did. He insulted everybody.
Yeah, he didn't care.
The old proverb.
Yeah.
If we haven't insulted you yet, don't worry. We'll get to you.
We'll get around to you.
Take a number.
Yeah, exactly. Take a number. Line
We'll
forms
get you.
over there.
Eventually.
But,
Yes. No, he was fantastic. I still love listening to him. Because as he said to Wilt Chamberlain in one roast, he said, I can make a joke about you like this. And he says something and Wilt laughs. And he said, but if you don't laugh, then it's not funny.
Hey, Wookiees.
But he did laugh,
exile.
so it all worked out.
Hello, Wookiees in exile.
Wookiee in exile. Well, yeah, you can.
As long as you have the balls.
Exactly.
Damn right.
And you're willing to pay the price.
Comedy is supposed to be subjective. Who cares if you say something and you hurt somebody's feelings? That's their fucking problem.
Well,
Right?
in every joke, somebody or some group is the butt of the joke.
Right. Somebody.
It's pretty much impossible to do humor that doesn't have a person or a group as the butt of the joke.
Seinfeld did the safest way when he did his TV show sketches at the beginning of the show where he just make fun of objects and things. I think that's the safest way to go.
Yes, but it's limited.
Right.
I remember playing George Carlin on my 9th, 10th grade field trips and getting in trouble for it. But I loved it. I was a popular guy because I brought the George Carlin to place for my stuff to play on the Ghetto Blaster.
Oh yeah, Carlin was his humor was subversive from the very beginning.
Oh, Carlin was awesome. I know.
Yeah, love him.
Which is crazy is I think he would get canceled immediately these days, and he's super left wing too, and I don't think he would survive today.
Yeah, he wouldn't survive, and you because you can't be woke enough, and he could not be woke enough and still be funny. He was, and he was
really
enough,
was.
Oh yeah, he was left wing, but still.
But he was enough of an observer of reality that he would have been saying, I'm this way, but you people are on a whole different plane of existence, and that would have been the end of him right there. And because he would have pointed out the absurdities, and you can't do that.
I think he would do like what Chappelle did in his last couple of stand-ups, where you said he was making fun of the woke people.
Yeah, yeah. Dave Chappelle in the last one that I saw essentially took up George Carlin's banner and carried it forward. That could have been that Dave Chappelle's special that I saw on Netflix could have been a George Carlin routine in most respects. Yeah, but no, I agree with you. Carlin would be under intense fire if he were still alive and still performing.
Do you guys remember there was a comedian that mixed up with Magic Jonathan, the Amazing Jonathan or something. You remember that guy? He
I
was
don't.
hilarious.
I remember Penn and Teller.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
they're
yeah.
good.
There was some comedian called the Amazing Jonathan. Had a little funny act.
Hmm.
That must have been in the 90s too. Yeah, of course there's Penn and Teller. They had a Showtime show for a while
Yeah.
there.
Called like BS.
Yeah, BS.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a
good.
great one.
Basically, they made fun of like any like crazy lunatic fringe stuff.
Well, they went after recycling once on that show.
What Keyson's Exile says he saw Amazing Jonathan in Vegas. Cool. Yeah, he's probably playing some casino or something.
But yeah, a lot of Penn and Teller stuff was like really informative. Like
Yeah.
not just funny, but like really like I was learning something.
Yeah, make you think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those
Well, yeah,
actually
bullshit.
always-
Bullshit was they went after tropes and things that quote everybody knows, and proceeded to poke holes in them, which was great.
Pseudoscience stuff.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Penn and Taylor at the Rio.
Nice. Like I never seen them,
Uh,
but maybe if I go back to Vegas someday.
I have not been to Vegas since 2003.
Wow.
But but I never got to enjoy the city because I was driving a rig one day, and
I've never been.
Yeah, I've
But
never
I
been
plan
that
to-
far west either.
I've never been to Vegas, but I plan to be there in August.
Okay.
What's going down in August?
Well, two things. One, Nerdrotic is setting up a meetup in Vegas in August to coincide with the Star Trek convention.
Is it really going to happen?
Last year's was canceled, but this year sounds like it's going to go forward.
Maybe because the whole vaccine stuff.
Hey, Mara Kitty, meow.
I was able to go to the Star Trek The Experience when they had it in Vegas for a few years, and that was good.
Yeah, well, this convention apparently is a 66 to 21. I think it's the 55th anniversary of the inaugural season of Star Trek. So they're doing an anniversary commemoration thing. Yeah, it's supposed to be a big deal. August 11th through 15th, I believe. And yeah.
Everybody say hello to Mara Kitty.
Hello, Moira.
Meow.
Meow, Moira.
Meow.
And she says, Birdo.
And Wookiee's trying to give us advice, like stay away from like the neighborhood around there. That's true. Also on the east side of that as well. Yeah. Or North Las Vegas, or downtown. Downtown, I think, would be the scariest part. But I do recommend the damn it, what's the name of the Fremont Street Experience? That's fun.
Yeah, I've always wanted to check that out.
So Star Trek Convention, August.
Did they does Treasure Island did they start? I heard they took the pirate show away, but did they start it back up again?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on this year.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you knew or didn't know.
I do have a relative that lives in Vegas and works on the Strip, but I'd have to ask.
Yeah, we could probably look it up too.
And I heard San Diego Comic Con might happen at the end of the year instead of during the summer. It might happen in fall.
Instead of end of July,
Yeah.
which is usually when it happens. It's end of July.
So if it happens, I'll try to go to it.
Cool.
I'm in San Diego for those who don't know. So
If you're on the Strip, stay away from the Strip. The street over.
Stay on the Strip.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well.
yeah,
That's what everybody's told me as well.
Yeah.
I mean it's
Yeah.
not too. I mean, there are worse cities out there, but yeah, if you want to stay safe, just stay on the Strip. Unless you're too.
Yep. And Philip, I love San Diego.
Awesome.
One of my favorite places just about my favorite place in California.
Where do you live?
I live in Texas, but I had friends who they had a B&B in Escondido. Went to visit them once. And they took me into San Diego. We went to Old Town, had Mexican food. Went to the Del Coronado Hotel. Wandered around that. That was pretty impressive. I thought that was amazing.
Nice.
So yeah,
all the nice parts.
yeah, it's all the nice parts. Yes. Well, they were going to show me
more
the
nice
steamy
parts.
side.
What? Want to see the bad areas?
Not really.
What about you, Darth? Where are you from?
West Virginia.
All right, East Coast.
Yep, East Coast. Big WB, baby.
Well, Philip, I'm originally from New Jersey, which is a good place to be from. Far away from
California.
I'm from California originally. We left in 77, as a matter of fact. I was born in Downey, California, and I don't know where we were living when we left. I was 5 years old at the time, but 77 we moved from California to Colorado, just outside of Denver. That's how I became a Bronco fan. Became a Bronco fan that same year. The little town that I now used to live in, called Broomfield, Colorado. What I hear is an excellent place to raise a family, and it's very family oriented. And it became its own. It became its own county in the time that I left. But it's a nice place to live.
Well, get to it. Make that family.
No. That time's come and gone.
Wait, make a what family? I'm confused now.
Because he's talking about the town's good to raise a family. So get to it. Make a family.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind to go back there just to buy my the house that my parents owned when we were there. It had a basement. I would make a man cave in the basement.
Yeah, over here we don't have basements anywhere. The first time I saw a basement, I was traveling on a road trip and went to Missouri and like stayed at somebody's house that had a basement. I was like, wow, a basement. That's crazy. I don't know how common basements are. I'm guessing it's like a Midwest thing because of tornadoes.
Where are you? Pennsylvania?
Me? San Diego, California.
Oh. Oh yeah, earthquakes.
That's probably why we don't have basements, earthquakes.
So
It's like a death trap.
in San Diego, what are they? It says, do they still open SeaWorld? I mean, are they getting rid of the? They got rid of
They are opening
the whales. What?
Oh yeah. No more Shamu show. They got
Good.
rid of that.
Good.
I think they still have the whale, but it doesn't perform for people. I think. So it just lives its life there, but doesn't. It doesn't do like tricks or anything.
That's good. Yeah, shut down the dolphins and whales. I heard they're doing a lot of roller coasters to
Yes, I
add in.
visited in 2019. They had about 3 decent roller coasters, and I guess the best, probably the only decent roller coasters in San Diego actually is right there.
Parrothead, you're going to bed? Oh, kind of early.
Good night, Parrot Head.
Good night, Parrothead.
Okay.
The zoo, San Diego Zoo is better anyway.
They're open. Oh yeah, that's a better parrot impression. I did a bad one. I was doing more like a crow or something. Supposedly, like San Diego Zoo is like one of the best in the world, which I have heard many people say. I guess so. It's the only zoo I've ever been to, though. I've also been to the Wild Animal Park, which is in.
I think the last time I was there was in '93. Been a while.
Yeah, I didn't get to the Wild Animal Park when I was visiting Escondido. That was my one regret.
But you're gonna get a workout if you go to that park, unless you have some way to get around there. Everything's like spread out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're gonna get your what do you call it, your steps in.
Your hiking boots on.
Get your 10th in, you know.
Like this time of year in San Diego, what is the average temperature? Just
right now, it's perfect. Like
70.
It's not hot or cold. Yeah, it's around there.
Well, it's 70 degrees
Nice.
all year long, except for odd days in the wintertime. Because I was there in January once, and it was 70 for 4 of 6 days.
It does fluctuate a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
a little.
So all you really need in San Diego is like make a windbreaker or a hoodie.
Yeah, and a
light
sweatshirt
jacket.
for when it gets cold,
Light
which is
jacket.
which is 58.
You're good.
I remember in college, I was in a singing group. We were rehearsing for our big spring concert. We were rehearsing dance moves and choreography and stuff while we were singing, and we're all working our asses off. And we get worked up a sweat. We walked outside the music building, and we sat on this little patio. And we're like, oh, it's nice and cool out here. And I said, it's like 68 degrees. And I'm like, where is it this temperature all year long? And immediately somebody in the group went, San Diego. So, and they're right. They were right. It is pretty much 68 to 70 degrees almost every day.
It's a little bit of exaggeration, but I think we do have the best weather.
A little bit of an exaggeration. Yes, it could get hotter than that. But you know, if you're in San Diego, not Escondido will get hotter because it's further from the coast.
Right.
But if you're right on the coast in San Diego, yeah, you've got the ocean to moderate temperatures, and you go 15 to 20 miles west, and it's 110. you head straight west, you're going into the desert, and it goes, the temperature, you can
Right.
watch the temperature rise as you drive along the highway. And it's, and you a half an hour west of San Diego, and you're like, water.
Yeah, because you have the coast, the main cities, and then soon after there's mountains, and right after the mountains is desert.
Yep.
All right, Haster. Thank you for dropping in.
And then you keep going east, and eventually you'll hit Jedi Bill.
Yep. Have a good evening,
Night,
Darth Aster.
Night.
Night,
Bill,
Darth.
just another red shirt.
Good night, Darth. So we had him going for a moment. I think I heard some wheezing.
Well, I have to say, yes, squeaking. Yep. Yeah, no, see, I love Southern California.
I wonder what cities we can travel to.
Well, you do have the advantage of, like, you have the Grand Canyon not too far away, right? I always want to see that.
Yeah.
Never have.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list.
Yeah. But I don't just want to see it. I want to go in the Grand Canyon. I heard you can do it, but you need like a permit or like a donkey or mule or something. I don't know.
Well, you can. Yeah, you can hike, but like if you want to do the South Rim Trail, the Kaifat. Now I did it.
Well, Lake Havasu Falls. I want to do that too.
That's. Anyway, what I was saying, it was that I did it in I think it was 92. Went with my dad. We now there's signs everywhere said do not attempt to hike down in one trip. And there's warning signs, extreme heat exhaustion. And I think we went in April. It was towards the end of April or just before May.
I bet it's hot by then.
Yeah, well, we hiked down to Phantom Ranch from the South Rim. We couldn't stay, but we hiked. It was something like I think 24 miles round trip.
Damn.
So we hiked from the top of the trailhead to Phantom Ranch. I have pictures. I mean, I wish we had cameras back then. We could take much better pictures. But yeah, I did the hike, and of course I was thinner and lighter, and we did the hike, and there's a lot of switchbacks,
Yep.
Zigzagging, but yeah, you don't do that. We started early morning, and by the time we got back to the top of the trailhead, it was like 8:00 at night, I think. So because you're not, we couldn't stay at the Phantom Ranch down there, but it was crazy. We made it. Thank God we had lots of water, and there were places to fill your canteens and whatnot. That's something. That was something that no one should ever do. But we were crazy enough to do it.
I know Mrs. Redshirt wants to do the mule ride, the tour all the way down and back up. And I'm like,
they purposely walk the edge,
Well, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Bill. Doesn't matter at all because I have vertigo, and there is no way in hell I am getting below the rim of the Grand Canyon. I don't even need to be on a recalcitrant animal that I don't want to be riding. I am not getting below the. I'm not getting within 100 feet of the rim of the Grand Canyon. I'll stand 100 feet back and take pictures across it. But I'm not going up to the edge of it because the edge of it is going to make me sick to my stomach. I was at the Palisades Parkway a long, long time ago. I was at the Palisades Trail in New Jersey and walking along the edge of the New Jersey Palisades on the Hudson River, which are like 150 feet high or maybe a couple of hundred feet high. I don't know exactly how much. All I know is I didn't want to get within 50 feet of the edge of that damn thing. And it was in the Boy Scouts. And there were scouts who would walk out and then get on their hands and knees and then crawl on their bellies and look over the edge. And I'm like, what if that's an overhang? No, I'm not going out there. So no, the idea of going down a switchback trail into the Grand Canyon, oh, that sounds like my worst nightmare.
If you trip, it's a long way down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, once went on a hike with a friend, and like they stopped halfway on the hike because it was like some steep inclines. Going up, and like got scared that it was too. It was a narrow trail where he was scared of falling off. So I went like the rest of the trail by myself because they're too scared. I won't name names. Nobody here.
Yeah. Right.
The crazy thing is that I was a very avid skier, and I've skied some completely insane slopes. But it was like, I'm supposed to fall down this. I'm just going to do it under my own control. But the idea that I got to walk down this, if you told me take your skis off and walk down from here, I'd be like, oh crap. Yeah, hard to explain. Vertigo's weird.
So is it similar to like a fear of heights type deal that you got?
No, actually it's not. I mean, so a fear of heights is if somebody with a fear of height, agoraphobe, stands on a chair, they panic. I stand on a chair, I only panic if the chair is wobbly because I'm not afraid of the height. I'm afraid of falling off. Because the last 3 times I got on a ladder, I fell off of it. Because when you have vertigo, you can start to fall to the side, but your inner ear doesn't tell you you're moving. So you don't realize you're falling. You just think, why am I looking at something else? Because it's, the ladder's moving to my left. Why is the ladder moving to my left? It doesn't feel like anything's happening. That's vertigo. Your what you see and what your balance tells you don't jibe. Okay?
Hey, Snow Dub.
That's vertigo. So it can be in a lot of situations, but when you're on a high point and you can see, the ground right in front of you, which, is right there, but then you look over the edge and the ground way below you moves at a different rate if you move side to side from the ground in front of you. That screws up the balance of somebody with vertigo because now the eyes are telling 2 different stories. The balance in the inner ear is telling a third story, and your brain's going, this doesn't compute. I can't figure this out. And it's like I said, if you have never experienced dizziness for no apparent reason, you don't understand vertigo. Vertigo is like, I've been in driving. I
understand.
Okay. I was driving. I've only had one attack driving. It was years ago. and I'm driving down the road. I was only about 150 feet from my driveway, and all of a sudden, the whole road started doing barrel rolls, like I had about 8 drinks too many at a bar, and I'm driving home, and I'm probably gonna blow a 2.8 on a breathalyzer, and I'm like, holy crap! And I just focused on, it doesn't matter where the road goes as long as I'm driving down my lane of it. Damn it! And I slowed to like 20 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour zone, passing in front of my house, and I almost didn't manage to drive up my driveway. I drove up my driveway, parked the car, and then I had to go up the stairs because my house was above the driveway. I had to go up the outside stairs. I fell down 4 times between the car and the door. And I got inside, and my wife, my first wife then, was like, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I'm having an attack of vertigo. Holy crap, the worst one I've ever had. I got to go lie down." So I went upstairs. That was another adventure. And lay down in bed and closed my eyes and just like, I'm just going to wait and wait and wait until this weird feeling goes away. And it's never happened to me since, thankfully, because if the powers that be found out that happened to me, I probably wouldn't be eligible for a driver's license.
Or operate heavy machinery.
Or operate heavy machinery. Yeah, exactly.
Or roller coaster ride. I don't know if you do that.
I love roller coasters. I love roller coasters, but it's weird.
We're riding on a roller coaster, Jack. That's somebody who got canceled.
I never know what's going to trigger it. I mean, but yeah, heights are a good way to do it, and it's not fear of falling. It's just It's more disorientation.
I like that vertigo effect on film, where like they zoom in as it zooms out, or you know what I'm saying. They go in with the camera as they zoom out, or is that the opposite? Or they pull out as they zoom in. I think that's a really crazy effect on screen. The vertigo effect.
Right, and if it's disconcerting when you watch it, well, that's probably why they call it a vertigo effect. Because vertigo is all about this. This is really making me feel weird.
You say like horror movies and stuff. Like if you've seen Thriller, they had that effect in that.
Okay. Yeah.
Like right before you see Michael as the zombie, they do the vertigo effect on the girl, I think, and then
yeah, right.
What about other activities like would you go skydiving, or slingshot, or something?
No, I used to be a whitewater kayaker till I almost drowned. No, that ended that. Downhill skiing, I haven't done it in a while. So being on a mountain didn't bother me. Paddling down a river with rocks and waves and everything didn't really bother me. But and I used to be a race car driver a long time ago. Really bad one. So that didn't last long. I've got behind me in my office here, I've got a couple of trophies, my only trophies from driving. They were from autocrosses, 3rd place and 2nd place. But no, I've done all. I mean, I have to say, I've pretty much said if I wanted to try something, I've tried it. And no, I haven't done skydiving because I don't want to try it, because I used to tell people, if I'm kayaking and I decide it's not my day to paddle this river or this rapid, I can paddle over to the side, eddy out, climb out of the boat on the bank, drag the boat out, and walk back to my car or thumb a ride. Mm-hmm. Whereas if once you leave the airplane with a parachute on your back, there is only one way to get down safely. And that is that the parachute opens cleanly and you float down.
Float.
Hey, there are rare cases where people have survived without the parachute. It's rare.
Yeah, that is rare, yeah. My uncle was a fireman, and he used to tell me that you shouldn't be afraid of any height over 30 feet, or at least no more afraid of any height over 30 feet, because once you're 30 feet in the air, if you fall, you're dead. 30 feet or 300 feet or 3,000 feet doesn't matter. If you survive a fall over 30 feet, third story of a building,
speed's the same.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Terminal
the
velocity.
speed doesn't kill you. It's the sudden stop at the end. Having gone 110 miles an hour in a Formula Ford, 1 foot behind another Formula Ford, the speed is not the problem. The speed is the problem. The problem is if that guy comes to a sudden stop.
Right.
But yeah, I've done some crazy stuff. I've skied some places that, quite frankly, I should have had my head examined for going alone. I've skied in trees alone, which is a no-no. And I've only had one trail beat me completely that I was willing to try. It was at Stowe, Vermont. Stowe has 4 trails they're famous for called the Front Four, and they are their 4 most difficult trails. And I've skied 3 of them all the way from top to bottom. And the 4th one that I've never skied is Goat. And I skied into it on a traverse one day just to see what it looked like. And it's about 15 feet wide, and it is full of bumps the size of Volkswagen Beetles. And the bumps extend out into the trees because the trail is so narrow, people ski around the trees on the edge of the trail. And it's really steep. It's a double fall line, which makes it even more interesting. And I think I skied 4 bumps and went, I am out of here. This is insane. And I traversed through the woods back to one of the other Front Four trails and skied down that.
What's up?
And never went on Goat again. Never went again.
Oh, I got to take my med right now. So I'm taking my med.
All right. Are you gonna get sleepy or kind of boozy?
Mm-mm. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. I got the rest of the day to take 2 more today, and then Wednesday, so Thursday I'll be out of pills. I'll be out of medicine. I'll be gone. Yes. Midnight. Yes. Done and done. Snowed up. How you doing, Snowed Up? Great to see you. Great to see you.
Let it snow.
Is there going to be another trivia chuck and roll come Saturday? I need to know. I need to know. I participated this last Saturday. Wasn't even thinking that I would. I don't know how that happened, but hey, it happened. I'm going to get on. I'm going to make the winner's circle. I want to make the winner's circle. That's definitely. The first one I felt a little bit robbed. Anywho. What's going on, guys? What you guys got going on later today? Anything?
Me?
Work.
Doing stuff around the house, fixing up my room. Oh, maybe I'll show you guys my room that I'm working on if you want to see my game setup. All right, give me 1 second.
Okay. Sleep, right? Carlos says.
Yeah, there'll be some of that, Carlo. Probably fairly soon. I've got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Or today, later today, to be honest.
Yep, it is Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Finally for me over here. I'm happy. It's so great to be here. I love doing the soup, hosting the soup.
All right. I'm using a Logitech Brio camera, 4K.
Looking good.
So this is my new setup that I'm gonna show you. Got a new shelf unit here, TV up here. Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Still need a couple accessories for it, but it's mostly set up now. So my new 4K TV. All my game systems. I got the PS3, Xbox 360, Wii, Mac Mini.
Wow. Cool.
PS2, Xbox, GameCube, Dreamcast, PlayStation. It's in a carrying case. A consoleized Neo Geo FMV, N64. What the hell? Oh, it's Sega Saturn, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16, Nintendo, Sega Genesis. So Atari 7800. Atari 5200,
Nice.
Sega Genesis 32X CD,
Wow. You actually
Nice.
had one of those.
Commodore 64 in the corner.
Wow.
That belongs in a museum.
Philips CDI.
You don't have ColecoVision.
I
Nope.
did have it. I got rid of it.
You
My
got rid of your
apologies.
ColecoVisions? Oh.
This is us right here. This is my mic.
Yeah.
I have Blue Sparks.
Yep.
And I still got to set this up, make it look nice, but I got my retro games there. And more modern-ish games there, my movies. And I'm still working on it.
It's impressive.
Very nice, Phil. Very nice.
So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because you probably know, one of you probably knows. Has any of the gaming companies come out with a motion sensor controller the way the Wii did? Or or has everybody else used the buttons?
Oh, I had the microphone backwards. What the hell? Do I sound better now? Because I had the microphone the opposite direction.
Yeah, you
You do.
Okay.
You do sound better.
Wow. I just noticed that because I had it covered. I didn't realize I had it backwards.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Wii's motion capture controller.
There are more than just the Wii. Actually,
Okay.
there was a game system before the Wii that used motion sensor technology, but was not successful. It's called the Exivix. Came out in 2004. And it wasn't as good as the Wii's motion control, but it did come out first by like 2 years.
Hey, I'm talking about a modern one that is HD because the Wii is not HD. I have one.
Well, technically, the Wii U, which is backwards compatible with the Wii, is HD. So there you go. But also the PS3 has the Move controller, which acts like the Wii, and they have their own set of games. So if you have a PS3 with a PlayStation Move and a camera, it works like their version of the Wii.
Okay.
But yeah, it didn't catch on like the Wii did.
Yeah, because it's either that or just go straight to sim racing. Because the thing I liked the most about the Wii was Mario Kart and classic Indianapolis 500. And I drove all kinds of Indy cars from 61 to 60 to 68, something like that, and had a blast driving that. And because you turned the wheel. It got the Wii with the the wheel for the Wii controller, and you'd have a steering wheel in your hands. And
it doesn't add anything to the gameplay. Well, I guess it makes you feel like you're controlling it better. There's no technology in the Wii wheel controller thing add on.
No, but it beats using left and right buttons to turn.
Carlo asked if that was a Golden Eye for N64.
I do have GoldenEye, but in the system there was a multi-cart called it's called the Ultra. What the hell? I can't think of the name.
Hey, Mountains of Elysium!
In the system's the Ultra EverDrive 64 version 3 that I have. And it's like a flash cart, so I could have like all the games ready to go. So, just a lot simpler than pulling out 100 different carts.
We have Mountains of Elysium in the house and the Random Menace. How's it going, guys? Great to see you.
And Carlos says he has a Commodore 64. Nice. Not many people still have that.
Yeah. If you guys want to join, the link is at the top. Pinned.
Hello, Mountains.
It's an invite if you would like to. If you have any time to drop by, say hello.
Yeah. The Random Menace is talking about the Kinect. I have the Kinect for the Xbox 360 and for the Xbox One, although I don't even have an Xbox One, but I have the Kinect for it because you could use it on the PC. But I don't recommend that one compared to the Wii one.
No? Okay.
Yeah, because Kinect is you don't even touch anything. It's like just motion controlled. You just wave your hands and you see what happens on the screen. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, but I don't like it.
Yeah, Snowdub should drop in for a bit if you can. If you can. Connect at it. Yeah. Connect was a lost cause that was on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, it had a couple like dance games that was popular with it. I know there are others, but that was the most popular.
Was an adventure game, and yeah.
I thought, like, when they were announcing it, I thought it'd be like the next evolution in video games. Like, we're gonna be like in Star Trek on the holodeck. Like, that's the first step to that, but
right.
We still have a long way to go until we get to like holodeck technology from Star Trek.
Yeah.
But maybe VR is a good step. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard of it.
I don't have VR though. I'd like to try it out.
There's one for the. Isn't there one for one of the PlayStation versions?
PS4 has VR headset. I don't know if the PS5 has it. Maybe I don't know.
I know what. How new is the PS5 and Xbox are still fairly new? Like,
the PS5 and the Xbox Series X just came out.
They're not even a year old.
Yeah, it just came out in November.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get any of those game systems, guys, or anybody in the chat? Like,
I don't know.
I do want a 4K Blu-ray player, so maybe I'll get a PS5 eventually. But I'm not in a rush.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take any system right now. Any new system I'd be happy with.
The only thing the only thing with the 4K Blu-ray player, and I've looked at a bunch of them, is that none of them have, and this started with Blu-ray players, and it's just gotten worse. I have a really good analog stereo, so it needs left and right analog audio inputs, and Blu-rays have been eliminating analog audio output for several years, and I can't find a 4K Blu-ray player that has analog audio outputs. It's coaxial or digital or whatever, or it's HDMI audio. And I'm like, now I got to buy a splitter that takes the HDMI signal coming in and turns it into an HDMI video and audio on one side and analog audio on the other, and I can send the analog audio to the stereo. It's like, oh. So to go to the 4K Blu-ray player and be able to hear it through my stereo instead of my television, I got to have another component. It's like,
You don't have like an amplifier?
I have an analog preamplifier.
Oh, analog.
Everything analog. No, this is old school. Old school stereo, not home theater. The same company that made my analog preamp makes an AV, home theater audio visual preamp receiver that you can plug all sorts of things into. I'm not sure I'm ready to go that route yet. Although if it turns out that the preamp is what died in my system, I may be looking at that, because the ability to take digital input in and let it do the digital to analog conversion to go to the speakers would save me another component.
What's up, Vincent Ricky? Great to see you, man.
According to Ensign Ricky, PS4 might have those jacks. Well, I wouldn't know. I don't have a PS4, so I can't tell you.
Well, I mean, it's not as though the splitter is a horrendously expensive.
But also the PS4 doesn't have 4K.
You know what's weird? That I think still right now those PS4s and Xbox Series S or X are still very hard to get right now. And,
yeah, you have to deal with scalpers most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, and they're jacked way the hell up. They're jacked with it.
I think. Go ahead.
I had a choice last April, and I chose to get a mic so I could do this. And here's the soup. But sometimes I regret, because I could have gotten the system Xbox X for like $300. Now they're like $800. Like, what? I'm like, what? I don't get it.
Well, what I've seen is that going from HD Blu-ray to 4K is not just a matter of you need a new television or you need a new Blu-ray player. It is you need a new everything. You need a new cable. You need a new player. You need a new TV. Everything's got to be swapped out to go from HD to 4K, because none of the components that work in HD will work with 4K. Even the wiring doesn't work. You've got to go from HDMI, whatever it is for HD, to HDMI 2.1 now. So you need a specific cable, you need a specific player, you need a specific type of television. All of that. I mean, I'm going to start with the TV, and I'll worry about the Blu-ray player and the cable later.
Later, Carlo.
Bye, Carlo.
Night, Carlo.
Yeah, he said, praise the soup, enjoy a good brew, and always hail Kuroga. Damn right.
Yes, and so Ricky says electronics are expensive now. Yes, I've been trying to get certain things, and it's been hard to get. And what is able to be gotten, I don't know if I said that right, is more expensive, and then takes longer to receive, shipping
Right.
delays.
Ensign Ricky says HDMI 2.1 is the new, I assume, standard. And yeah, that's exactly what I've seen. So that's what I'm going to be looking for when I do my upgrade to a new player. The only question is, how much do I want to spend on the player?
Right.
I mean, just want a bare bones 4K Blu-ray player, probably
200 bucks.
or a little under that, maybe 150 if you get like the cheapest, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I've had two different Sony Blu-rays. One of them's in the bedroom now, one's in the living room, and they've lasted for years. And quite frankly, they've lasted longer than I expected them to. So I've appreciated the fact that with maybe $25 more to buy the Sony, it's knock on wood, still going strong.
Hey, Yvette.
Hello, Yvette.
Good morning, Yvette.
Well, yeah, it is morning technically, isn't it?
Well, yeah, for everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
It is 12:20 here. 12:20 a.m.
Yep.
But yeah, I just not sure, how crazy.
We're the same time, Philip.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because sometimes you guys keep your time zone and we change ours, or because we have daylight savings time, you guys don't.
Yeah,
exactly.
We don't change the clocks in Arizona. We don't do it.
But I've had my PS3 as my primary Blu-ray player, and I've had it for about 9 years, and I use it as my primary player, and it works fine.
Yeah,
actually, it's better than fine. Somebody introduced me to like some soft mod where you could play different region Blu-rays. So I'm like, yes, I could play like European and Asian region Blu-rays on there now.
Oh, nice! Now you got a region-free player.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah. I once had to buy a region, region 2, whatever it is. What is it in UK?
Region 2.
If you're talking about DVDs, yeah, I think it's 2.
Yeah, I had to buy a whole DVD player to play one movie, one of my favorite movies from the 80s. It was called Electric Dreams, and it's an American-made film starring Bridget Madison. I can't think of the other guy's name, but Bud Cordy does the voice of Edgar, which is a computer. First. One of the first earlier, it's from like 1984, I think. Look it up. I think you can watch it on YouTube somewhere. But I bought from Amazon. I bought the DVD, and I had to buy a specific DVD player for it, which no longer works.
Yeah, I also have a multi-region DVD player also, and there are a good amount of DVD players where if you do like a little modification to them, like you can make them multi-region on certain ones, but it takes work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I always hated that region locking, but like I've learned why they do it, because like certain companies have the rights to it in certain regions and distribution rights. It's a legality thing, and also like
I bought like 3 copies of that movie from Amazon, and 2 of my copies got lost in the mail. I paid for them, and I never got them.
Damn.
I know. It was
You
upset.
You try to get a refund?
No. No. It's been a while now. So, I think 2013, 20. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you couldn't get a refund now, but at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, and I still want to. I gotta buy the video again, and probably buy
You
another.
try to see if there's like an updated one that's in your region now.
I don't think they have one.
I can
And
find out. What was the name of the movie again?
Electric Dreams.
Electric Dreams.
Yeah. Culture Cub did the soundtrack, part of the soundtrack.
I check like 3 different places when I see if a movie has a release. First, I check Amazon. That's the first place I checked. It's a lot simpler than checking eBay. eBay, you have to like go through like hundreds of different things that might not fit. Amazon's a lot cleaner searching experience.
Yeah.
So I first check Amazon, and then if I have to, eBay, and also there's Blu-ray.com that talks about like even stuff that's about to be released. They have listed there.
You
So
think Yvette thinks it's on Prime. I don't know.
no, I'm seeing on Amazon Electric Dreams is maybe it's let's see. They have it on DVD and Blu-ray and VHS. Damn, the VHS for your movie is $155 on Amazon.
No, I want the DVD like I had.
Okay, let's see. DVD. Oh, Region 2. You're right. Let's see. No, there is a region. Oh, it's also Europe. Huh. Maybe they don't have the US rights to it. That's weird.
I don't know. It's weird. But it's one of my favorite movies, and I used to watch the hell out of it. Somebody came in my apartment and stole it.
Also, the Blu-ray is Region B, which is like not the American region. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. You can watch a really crappy version of it on YouTube.
Just try to get a multi-region DVD or Blu-ray player if you are
Oh yeah.
badly wanting to see it.
Yeah. I know. I'll have to do that once I find it and hopefully get the DVD.
Well, I only checked Amazon so far. Sometimes, like eBay, you can find like maybe a good version, good quality bootleg.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not suggesting anybody get a bootleg. Wink, wink.
I don't want a bootleg. I want a good copy that plays. I don't know why it's not available in the States. It's an American movie.
Oh, did somebody say Amazon Prime? Because I did find it. It's a DVD set that says Amazon Prime. It's like a promo version.
With a CD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did somebody mention that in the chat? Because I think
yeah, somebody did. Yvette did. Yvette.
Ah. She's good at finding things too.
No time to be watch TV on her own.
I'll put a link on the private chat.
Okay. Thank you.
Not too expensive. It's like 15.
Nice. not worth the money. You only know one movie.
Or is that something else? It says 2018, or is that when? Is that the same thing?
I don't know. Let me look.
It's a series, so it might not be the same thing, right?
No,
Wait,
no. It was a movie. It was a movie based out of San Francisco. This
might be something else, I think.
Yeah. She's in the San Francisco Orchestra, and she plays the cello. And he is building. He designs buildings, and he's working on a brick that's supposedly earthquake resistant or proof, whatever. And he ends up going to the store and buying a computer, which he sets up at home, and it's all these gadgets and whatnot. And he ends up spilling like champagne on it, and somehow it still works. Yeah, it's a great movie. I've always enjoyed it. It's one of those rare gems, one of the hidden treasures, or
I'll have to watch it. Maybe the Sail High Seas or something to watch it.
I've heard that expression before, and I'm not sure I want to know.
It's not as bad as it sounds. Well, depending on how you look at it. I'll type it in the private chat.
I assume it has something to do with the VPN.
Do you know the movie I'm talking about? Just Another Red Shirt?
Which movie?
Dreams, the movie?
Which one?
Electric Dreams from 1984.
No.
Bud Cordy, I think, does the voice of Edgar.
No, it's not ringing a bell.
Bridget Madison is the star.
Nope.
Female.
Let me look at IMDb, see what I can see. Electric Dreams?
Yeah, Electric Dreams. She's in the San Francisco Orchestra. Plays a cello.
$1984. Here we go. Yeah, no, that nope. Never even heard of this.
Well, I remember it. It's all.
Well, it has Virginia Madsen. It has Virginia Madsen in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. Why haven't I heard about this?
Like I said, I've seen that somebody uploaded it on YouTube, and it's not a good version, but.
I searched for it. If you Sail the High Seas, you can find a good quality version.
Right, I found it.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Good morning.
It's one of my favorite movies, Phil. Hey, guys. You're right, Phil. And
hello.
I haven't got long, so I'm in the middle of doing things, but you got me intrigued because I actually own the film. I checked Netflix and Prime. Neither of them have got it, but I've just gone onto YouTube UK on my smart TV, and lo and behold, the film is on there. It's on. I can give you the name. I can't type it in because I'm on my phone, but someone grab a pen and write this down. I'll give you the site it's on. Yeah?
Okay. Shoot. Pen.
Right.
Pen, where's my pen?
Pen. You're right, don't panic. I'm not that desperate to go. I like a challenge, Phil. You know I do.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. TIR space NAN space OG. That's it. That's the name of the channel. And it's got the titles Electric Dreams Movie in brackets 1984. And it's 1 hour, 31 minutes and 9 seconds. So I'm presuming it's the movie. I haven't actually clicked on it. I'll click on it. Hang on. And I will mute my sound immediately. Is this yeah, that's the movie. Yes.
No, I'll find it.
That's the one.
Somehow I will hunt that movie down again, and it will be mine again.
YouTube.
I know it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I got it. I had it on VHS and I sold it in a car boot sale. So I'm really annoyed at what Phil just told me about that.
What would I say?
How much was it? $150 for the VHS.
For the VHS on Amazon.
Yeah, I had it on VHS, and then I got it again on DVD. So I do have it. But yeah.
Yeah, the first result on YouTube, I found it right here.
Oh, there you go. Is it the same site?
Yeah,
because there's a lot of
result. That's the first result on YouTube when you type in the movie.
Yeah,
it's there. It looks good quality too.
But the Phil Oakey and Giorgio Moroder video that was the song that went to #1 here in the UK when the film came out.
Yeah. I love that movie because Edgar.
Yeah.
That's why I named my turtle Edgar.
Oh.
I named my turtle Edgar after Edgar the computer.
It wasn't a very nice computer. I mean, it did try and kill them.
Yeah. Bud Cort. Was it Bud Cort who did the voice of Edgar?
Oh, I can't remember. It's been so long. I'm going to have to watch it now. And add that to my list of everything else.
All right. I'll try to watch this soon, but not tonight.
Sorry to barge in, but I thought I better let you know. As I found it.
Thank you so much.
So Yvette, it's Tiernan Og on YouTube.
How I spelt it: TIR space NAN space OG.
And yeah, I see a bunch of things for that. So
what's his name? It's the first result I found.
Dreams movie, and then in brackets it's 1984. Type that in.
I don't know, Electric Dreams
movie. Otherwise, you get loads of other stuff up.
Yeah,
it's a great movie. It is a really good movie.
The very first thing that comes up is Space Jam: A New Legacy.
What? Are you serious? I just typed in Electric Dreams, and the first result was the full movie.
I typed in Tiernan Og Electric Dreams movie and got Space Jam: A New Legacy.
I just typed in Electric Dreams and the movie came up.
Oh, there it is. Electric Dreams movie, 1984.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put that on. I'll put that on watch later.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's a bit cheesy, but it's a great movie, and the music's great in it. Absolutely brilliant music.
Culture Club.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, boys. I'm so sorry. As you know, I'm in the middle of breakfast right now. So
thanks for
I was listening away.
You're in the middle of breakfast, and I'm about to go to bed.
No.
I'm going to go soon, too. But I don't want to
Thank you guys so very much.
Bill, how are you? Before I go, how are you feeling?
I am feeling wonderful. I'm so
happy. Good.
I'm so happy to be doing the soup again.
Oh,
I love doing my show, this Insomniac soup.
Oh, I'm so glad you're feeling better. Please do not overdo it, because I
I
will come
won't.
back and tell you off. And Nina will
Sounds
tell
good.
me.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Right. Right.
All right. Well, boys, I'm going to get on, but don't set me any more challenges while I'm listening, please. You know what I'm like.
Okay.
All
All
right. And
right.
the rest of
All
you
right.
sleep well. And bye, everyone in the chat. Bye.
Have a good morning.
Good morning. Thanks,
All right.
Yvette.
I'm going to have to say goodnight, Bill.
Okay.
I've got to get up for work today in about just over 6 hours.
Oh,
So I'm going to have to head for bed. Toot
okay.
sweet. But it's been fun,
Thank
and
you.
glad you're back.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. Philip, take care. I'll
Likewise.
see you, I'm sure, on a stream in the future, if not on a chat. And everybody in the chat, be seeing you.
Have a good night.
And,
There's the red shirt. Yeah.
and then there were two.
Get some rest. How you doing, Phil? Hey, it's how's it going? Great to see you, my man. What's we link here? Oh no. I don't like when it does that.
What?
Oh, I was trying to click on. Oh, okay, the Electric Dream movie. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Yitza. Oh, this is a newer October 2019. Yeah. The one I used to watch was way before that. So awesome. He posted a link for the movie.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. So yeah,
I was trying to be
cool.
more discreet about it in the private chat, but hey, if it's on YouTube, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, no. Okay, it was on YouTube, but that's a newer version. Somebody took the film, posted it up there.
I know exactly how I
this
feel.
this one was from 2019, and when I watched was like from 2004 or 6. When did YouTube start? At the beginning, sometime it was
Very beginning of YouTube was like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, it was that. It was from like long at the early stages of YouTube. The one that I used to watch, which was a really crummy version. This one looks a lot clearer. Definitely, somebody sharpened it up. Thank you for that, Yitza. How you doing, by the way, Yitza? Good morning. We lost some people. Hey, we got the random minutes. Hey, what's up?
And greetings from the future.
Greetings.
Good late evening or good morning to everybody in the chat. And hello, Bill. What's this movie about? This Electric Dream, or what is it called?
Electric Dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it like a sci-fi or?
I guess it's an early rom-com in a way.
Oh man.
But it has to deal with a computer and nerd stuff, and I like it. I've always liked it. I've liked it my entire life.
Okay. I will give it a shot. I will check it out.
I've been watching it since I first seen it, and I fell in love with the voice of the computer and everything. I believe Bud Cort does the voice of Edgar. When basically the computer becomes a computer that works after champagne gets spilled on it. but it's cool because it was.
It rings a bell. It rings a bell. Okay. I don't usually, with me the problem is that most of the 80s movies I saw probably in German dub and with weird names because Germans are famous for giving their movies weird names.
Right.
I remember there was I think a Tom Selleck movie named Quigley. And it was about a cowboy who went to
Quickly
Australia.
Down Under, yeah.
Yeah, and they called it like Quigley from Australia or something. And the fun part was that he was the only character in that whole movie who wasn't from Australia.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty funny, ironic.
Yeah, and they are doing they are giving the movies like wild names. For example, the original Star Trek was literally called Raumschiff Enterprise, which means spaceship Enterprise. They didn't call it Star Trek, and they. Did they Raumschiff Enterprise? I think they did the same thing with TNG. That and then they stuck with the original names, the original titles of the TV shows. But certain TV shows and certain movies, especially from the like 60s, 70s, and 80s. Wild names, sometimes really, really wild names.
Yeah.
For example, Airplane is a very good example. They called it in German the unbelievable voyage in a crazy on a crazy plane.
Huh. That's funny.
Yeah. So you have one word in English and the German title was I think Die unglaubliche Reise in einem verrückten Flugzeug or something like this, like basically like the whole premise in the title.
Yeah.
So and that's why sometimes the titles of the movies don't ring a bell, and then when you say something from the plot, it can slightly ring a bell. Yeah, like okay,
right.
I might have seen it maybe in the early 90s, and I mentioned it I think on Captain Trek stream that basically after the wall came down in Germany and the fall of communism, I basically lived my 80s and 90s within one decade. Like catching up with a lot of stuff from the 80s, plus of course the new stuff from the 90s that was coming. So yeah. And trust me, catching up with all the movies wasn't easy, and I'm definitely maybe 10% in with all the movies that you probably watched.
We need to get Bird of Prey to do Quickly Down Under. That's a great film. Great film. That was early 90s. By the way.
I think something like this. Yeah. I don't know if it was during Magnum PI or after Magnum PI already.
It was after.
Was it after?
I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Okay,
Take care. Have a good night.
Phil.
Thanks for having me up.
Oh, thank you for joining me, man.
You're welcome.
It's been great. It's been wonderful. Great to see you.
Thanks.
Get a good night rest, my friend.
I will. Good night.
Okay.
Take care. Good night. Take care. Good night, Phil. Yeah. No, it's literally funny for me to watch some of the movies and going back, and I remember there are a few movies that I would like to watch again, something and not necessarily like only sci-fi or stuff, because I know that I used to love as a child the Dolph Lundgren, He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Mhm.
You know, I was watching that movie like on repeat. Basically, I tore down the VHS. Yeah, and I watched it like recently, and I was like, "Jesus, that's a bad movie." And it's not like I watched the whole movie. I watched some clips on YouTube, and I was like, "That's a bad movie," because people were talking about it. So I went to YouTube and checked it out. And as well, when people are talking about Highlander, you know, when you watch Highlander,
Yeah.
the original one, the story is great. Everything is perfect, but when you watch the movie, you see the acting is wooden. Even Sean Connery is horrible. Is horrible in that movie when you compare it with modern cinematography and stuff, and movies that are coming out to the like recently. The action scenes are you see how they even when there is like do you remember the movie Highlander?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so when there is the scene when Krug is fighting Sean Connery's character, and he kills him in that
Kurgan,
one,
yeah.
yeah, when he kills him, you literally see how bad it is done, how the set is built and everything, you know. So if there is a movie that would, if they made it properly, if there is a movie that would benefit from a remake, I think it is Highlander. And I know that many people will say sacrilege, blasphemy,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and burn Joseph on a stake. And no, it's
Hashtag
uh,
Bird Yost.
yeah, and it's but it's one of those movies where I think the nostalgia is bigger than the actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you even switch over to the TV show, I think the TV show Highlander with Paul, what was his name?
I don't know.
Uh,
Never did get into the show, TV show.
never watched the TV show. The TV show I think had better production value than the movie itself.
Probably.
And it was only, and I think the show was in the 90s, you know, so
Yeah.
literally let's say a decade later, and the show was visually, and the sword fights and everything was done, I think, better than in the original movie. And I love the original movie. It's interesting. It's very original in terms of the story and everything, but
Yeah. Highlander
when you
1987.
when you watch it today, you will see that it is literally not a particularly well done movie.
But it was nice. It was awesome.
It was definitely so, and we should watch it on Cinema Saturday as well.
Yeah. If we could get Bird to go. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so thinking that I should start a channel and do some stuff, and
You have a channel. You got
I
100 plus
know
subscribers.
I know that's and exactly that's the one thing, and I was really thinking about what to do, and um because I don't want to, I don't have the time to create some great content or even mediocre content. But definitely, I want to do something like watch parties on things that I like, and doing some reviews and all that fun stuff. And I think there will be like plenty of the favorite content here on the that we all are watching in the community. Plus there are like things that I enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I have still my Lego sets that I don't have built.
Yeah.
Just because I would like probably film it and put it out as a videos. That's like ideas that I'm having. Yesterday, literally yesterday, I went to Amazon and bought Eureka on on Blu-rays, the TV show.
Yeah.
Because this is something that I would like to do like watch parties and do some reviews on that one because I love that show. I'm not sure if you ever watched it.
No, I haven't, but totally would with you, man.
It's a good show. It's a good sci-fi show, and I will definitely go high on the high seas and download it because since I'm going to put it on as a content. I bought the original Blu-rays so that nobody can say that I'm doing something with illegal content, or something.
Right.
So, and it was something like under $50 the whole series, like 5 seasons, which is more than. First I put in the basket like the DVDs, and I ordered the DVDs because I didn't think that they put it out on Blu-ray, and then I just scrolled on Amazon, and I was like, they have Blu-rays. Okay, cancel the order of the Blu-rays.
Right.
Because I have an external Blu-ray for my notebook. I have a Blu-ray player in the living room. I have a Blu-ray player on my server even that I have because somebody was in the office. Somebody was disassembling a computer for parts, and they had and it was a computer that came like half damaged, basically as a prop to show, or during trainings. It never worked properly. The main board had like a very old, basically a pre-production BIOS and everything. But you know what? It was a computer that was filled with top-notch components at the time. It was probably something like a decade ago, and the guys were disassembling it, and they were like, "Okay, we need to recycle everything because that's one of the policies that we have in the company." And I was like, "Okay, great. And what are you planning to do with the optical drive?" And they said, like, "Throw it away." And I looked at it, and it wasn't like a DVD player or something. It was a Blu-ray burner. And I was like, "Are you sure, guys, you want to throw it away?" And they were like, "Yeah, okay, I take it." And they were like, "Okay, take it." So, and I didn't have a computer where to put it. The only computer that is basically like resembles a mini tower is the server that I'm having. So, and it had like a free bay for it. So I just took the Blu-ray player and put it into my server.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have like 3 Blu-ray players in the house. Which is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm slightly older, so I remember watching those old movies, like Electric Dreams, and another favorite, which had every artist work on it who's done anything. It was called from 1980, and Billy Crystal did the voice. It was called Animal Olympics. I don't know if you ever got to see it.
Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell at all. So, but
it's cheesy, but it's funny, and I love the animation. I love the voiceovers.
but there is.
It had great music.
Animal Olympics cartoon full movie, is it?
Yeah, and it's called Animal Olympics. One word.
Animal Olympics is one word?
Yeah, the way they did it, yeah.
Oh man. Unfortunately, it is like deleted video on YouTube.
Oh no. Well, I know there was bits and pieces. I haven't searched myself for it in a while.
Animal Olympics. I can check it out. But yeah. And hi, Zach. What's up, y'all?
I also know that Billy Crystal did a voice. Like, but anybody worked on that piece of animation. So many. Damn it! Now I have to look it up. Oh yeah.
Funny, I'm just checking here some work communication, and I have. If a colleague from the Middle East pings me at 7 a.m. and thinks that I'm working, it's okay because they are like 2 hours ahead, or when there was like the winter time still, they were like 3 hours ahead, which is understandable. But when my colleague from here from Slovakia is pinging me at 7:30 and thinks that I'm working, but he has completely different sleeping schedule than I do, because I usually go to bed late after midnight. Yesterday I was on Bird Stream, the only stream that I could catch yesterday, and it ended and the stream ended something like 1:30, and I went and I left his stream around 1. And then went to bed and was listening to the stream, and it went until something like 1:30 in the morning for me. Yeah, obviously minus 6 hours for Bird. But the colleague of mine, he wakes up every morning at 4:30, and I'm like, no way. then at 7:30 when he's like when he's already working, it's for him he's like already awake, fully immersed in the work and everything, so he's pinging people, and usually then has to wait until at least 9:30 in the morning till he gets like replies. So it's like 2 hours. And he literally just called me today in the morning, right after I put my first message in your chat, and he called me like, "You're not responding to my chats," and I was like, "I'm not having. I don't have even my first coffee. I didn't have even my first coffee. What do you want from me?" And I'm grumpy. before my first coffee. I'm so grumpy.
Yeah. Animal Olympics, right there. I found it. ANIMALYMPICS. Animal Olympics. You could see like clips of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can probably get it on the Jack Sparrow network.
It's an old one, but it was a time. I think 1980. We didn't participate in the Olympics because of something.
1980, the Olympics were, I think, in the Soviet Union. Yes, those were the Olympics in Soviet Union, and then 84 in the United States, I think.
Yeah.
And
I remember
I know,
1984.
yeah, and the 1980s, I think U.S. boycotted the Soviet Olympic Games in 1980, and the Soviets did the same with the 1984 Olympics. And I remember, I think those were in the 1980s and the 1984 Olympic Games. They had the prettiest logos because the Soviets, they had a bear, a very nicely drawn bear, and US had, I think, a bald eagle. In the let me Google it. 1984 US Olympics logo. When was it? Because I know that there was a bald eagle.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, the mascot, the Sam. Yeah, that was it. The mascot. Not the logo, but the mascot was. Yeah. I remember well. Okay. I'm just Googling it. And 1980 Olympic mascot. And they had a bear. Yeah, exactly. Misha. Yeah. And the rest I don't remember.
Yeah, last year the Olympics were supposed to happen again, but they got moved to this year.
They got moved to this year. I'm not sure.
I wonder when they.
I'm not sure if it's going to take place. I hope it will, because I think it's supposed to be now in August in Japan.
In Japan.
2021 Olympics. Oh, July 23rd. From July 23rd to August 8th. In Tokyo. Yeah, Tokyo 2020 will be held from 23rd of July to 8th of August 2021. That's just nuts. When you think about it, that they just completely postponed. Okay, there were Olympic Games cancelled in the 1940s, so it's not like precedents. that there is something that was moved. But yeah. Anyway,
hello, Zach Caxanola. Nola. He said, "What up, all y'all?"
Zach Gaxiola, did I say it right?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Zach
don't know if he's still with it.
Zach will tell us. If Zach is still with us, he will tell us if I didn't mess up his name. Yeah. By the way, how was your trip to hospital?
It was an experience. That's all I say. I never expected to be there that as long as I did.
It was like a week, right?
It was a whole week. I went in Saturday. It came out, got released the following Saturday.
So literally a full week of hospital food and hospital care, right?
Yeah, I mean that was a nice part. I got 3 balanced meals a day. But what I didn't like was them having an IV in both arms. I still have bruises,
Uh-huh.
like a bruise right there. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that.
I can see it. I can see it. Yeah. You know what? Did it help?
Yeah, it did. It got all the swelling down in from my foot and leg, and I believe they killed most of the infection.
Yeah, that's great. But
Okay.
But you know what? It was. I'm not sure in how many streams you were, but people were like, once Bill is back, we need to tell him that he needs to take all his meds.
Yes, and I've only got today. I've got two more pills to take today, and I got 2 more pills for the next day.
And then you're done.
And then there's no more.
Okay.
They're gone. The supply is gone.
Do you have a follow-up in the hospital or with your doctor?
Yeah, which is this coming Wednesday.
Okay.
The 14th at 3:30.
Great.
Yeah, I already made that call. I made that call already.
Good.
I'm so happy to be hosting the soup again. I mean,
I believe you because now you are back in your element and everything. Yeah.
Before I went in, I was sick terribly for 4 days. Right? I don't.
You know what? And exactly what Itze is saying in the chat. You sound a lot more cheaper since you came back.
Yeah.
And you must have felt horribly before you went, and especially, the thing is, if you have an infection in your body, it drags you down. It makes you tired because the whole body is fighting it, and yeah.
Yeah, my body was doing some serious fighting because the 4 days before Mr. CV literally told me, get your ass to the ER, which was that one Saturday,
yes,
March 27th, and they came out. Whatever this last Saturday was, the third. The third? Was it the third? Yeah, I think it was the third.
Yeah. And I assume you did get your first COVID test. Did you?
No, I didn't.
They didn't?
I didn't.
They didn't stick they didn't stick nothing in up your nose and no swabs, nothing. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. They said if you go out walk in the hallway, make sure you wear a mask, which I did. Because there's still patients with COVID, apparently. But
crazy.
I know. I went to the hospital and I didn't catch COVID. I mean, at least I think I did.
And I see Captain Trek in the chat.
Hey, Captain Trek.
Hey, Captain Trek. Thank you.
I've taken my meds. I have. I've got 4 more left. 4 more pills left. And they're gone.
That's actually good.
Yep. Yeah. I take it again at 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. 8 hours apart.
So every 8 hours. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, nice. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Main thing, you are better. That's the most important thing. Because being 1 week locked up in a hospital, oh man. And you had only your phone with you, right?
Well, I hadn't brought my laptop, but the Wi-Fi there is so horrible. I couldn't get on.
Yeah.
I couldn't use it. It was like I had my laptop with me and I couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, that's extremely annoying. I know the situations, not from a hospital, but usually when we are in a hotel, you know, somewhere traveling, and that's the most annoying thing, that the hotel Wi-Fi is basically very, very poor. And it was when was it? 2-3 years ago. We were in a hotel in Turkey, and they had free Wi-Fi that was available for everybody, and then they had as well a paid Wi-Fi, and it was like €15 for a week, which is like something that I pay here for a month for way better speed, and it was $15 per or €15 per device, or not, or basically per connection. So we were there like for 2 weeks. So I paid for myself, my wife, for both weeks, and they had, and for 2 days the Wi-Fi wasn't working. For some reason. The free Wi-Fi was just fine, but you couldn't watch videos because it was so slow, because everybody was connected to it, and it was probably a line that was slowed down. So I complained at the customer service that the Wi-Fi isn't working, and they basically gave us money back for 1 week. So we paid, instead of 60 for the 2 weeks for 2 people, we paid only 30, and we had only like 2 days issues with the Wi-Fi in that hotel. But it was nice because people who didn't have Wi-Fi were you could clearly see, especially like kids or teenagers, when they were just running around and trying to catch some Wi-Fi signal at the hotel, around the pool. And me and my wife, we were on the Wi-Fi on the beach. Literally something like 150 yards away from the hotel there was the beach, and we were there on Wi-Fi, because there were everywhere in the area, there were like the Wi-Fi antennas, but those were for the paid Wi-Fi. So it was literally like, okay, that's the luxury that we have.
Yeah.
And it had a decent speed as well. So because in Turkey, because when you are traveling in the EU, you are using your local data. It's like you pay nothing outside, something like roaming fees or whatever. So
Hey, Michael B.
Hi, Michael. So literally when I go to let's say Belgium, I would visit Itza,
Yeah.
or if I went even to countries that are not necessarily in the EU, but they have trade agreements with the EU, like Iceland, for example, or Switzerland, I don't pay additional roaming fees. But for Turkey, you need to buy like packages, and you literally buy like I don't know, 1 gigabyte for I don't know 30 or 40 euro, which is horrendous amount of money. Especially when you go to YouTube, the data are gone within a very quick time. Despite lowering the video quality, you know, like going to 144p or something. So Wi-Fi outside the EU is literally life-saving.
Yeah.
But within the EU, it's all good. I have my I have like 10 gigs a month, and I can and then if I should go over the 10 gig, I can buy for €1 additional gigabyte of data, which is literally nothing. And since I'm working like for over 6 years now from home, I literally never spend my data package, never. And the fun part is that I can what I don't spend in 1 month, it automatically goes over to the next month. So you can have basically data combined from 2 months, the month prior and the current month. If I saved something from like 2 months before, those data those data I'm losing, but I can combine the data from 2 months, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because I usually have then, as it collects, I have usually something like 18 gigabytes of data available constantly, which I like.
Well, I think the soup has come to this end for the day.
It's the time you're going to finish. Okay, makes sense. How long are you streaming? Okay, you are over 3 hours. It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that time. I'm gonna get some rest. A little bit more
You
rest.
get some rest. I can work on the stuff that I have here for my for my work. Definitely. It was great talking to you.
Yeah, great talking to you too. Great.
Thank you very much.
Hosting the soup again, you know.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on the panel, and it's great having you back. So I would say thank you very much. Take care, everybody in the chat who is still with us, and yeah, pet
Plenty
the
of cats
cat.
around here. Yeah.
So
Plenty
cute.
of cats around here. Yes.
Okay, Bill. So,
all right. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you, Yitza, and everybody else in chat. We'll see you next time. Later.